Just talk us through obviously the changes. You brought in Tim Perry gets a start and Quinn Strange.
Yeah, look, it's great to have Tim back. Obviously, with Joe, we're on vacance for the events in the weekend. Tim Perry comes back after recovering well from a hamstring injury, and Wyatt Crockett goes. Good. Mate, that ball would have blown up hitting that hairdo of yours too.
After last weekend, what have you addressed this week in terms of obviously starting well? How have you addressed the team after Saturday's result?
Probably like we did at half time, really, just making sure that we could control the ball, and we gave them some clear opportunities which they took. Obviously turned the ball over in some kicks, so once we tidied that up and when we held the ball looked great, so that's what we'll continue to do.
Kieran Reid's obviously been back training this week. Is that sort of a welcome surprise, and what's sort of the latest update on Kieran?
Kieran's day by day, nothing's really changed. It's just great to see him out there. He's a great presence for us and a great leader, and it's just a week by week thing, so I presume you're going to be asking me the same question every week, and until I've got more, I probably won't say anything different.
What do you make of Leon MacDonald signing with the Blues?
Look, Leon, great for him. He wanted to be a super coach. He had a couple of years contract with us and opted out in the first year, and then obviously wanted to get back into super coaching. So, he's gone up to be an Aucklander, and all the best for him and his family.
Did you try to get him back?
Look, I think I answered that question when I mentioned it before. When he was here, I tried everything I possibly do to keep him here, and he made a decision for his family to head to Burnham, as he's told us, and now he's the Blue.
Jordan Taufua, obviously another good season, and I guess with our All Blacks side being named on Sunday, do you expect maybe Jordan to get a call up given the position with the number ones?
Look, he's definitely in the picture. His consistency this year, he deserves the opportunity to wear an international jersey, and it's a hard mix. It's going to be a hard call for the All Blacks, with the locking numbers and the loose forwards, and if they take another 7, so the potential on the mix. Is he good enough? Yes. Will he take them? Take Geordie? Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
Sam Whitelock, is that just part of the All Black stand down this week?
Look, he wasn't feeling great early in the week, so we just made a call. We just said, look, let's give a chance for you to freshen up. He's had some great minutes and playing great footy, and that's why we brought a Mitch Dunshea in the last few weeks and a Quinn Strange to get ready for these moments. Obviously with Luke Romano out as well, Scott Barrett takes control of the locking duties and is a senior lock.
And what way was he? Just a bit ropey?
I just wasn't feeling great early in the week, yeah.
If Sam's named as captain on Sunday of the All Blacks, would you take a lot of credit for that, given you put faith in him?
I'm not sure I wouldn't take any credit for it. Look, he's an extremely driven person. He's got all the leadership qualities to lead any side, and we know the first thing you do is perform well, and he's done that for us before he became the Crusader captain, and he currently does now. He's really calm, he's clear, knows his rugby, knows his people, and people will follow him, so if he is named, it's well deserved.
Do you see progress from the Blues?
Yeah, of course I see progress. They have their moments, don't they, where they can be extremely exciting. They can score tries from everywhere, and my job as a coach to have full respect in our preparation for them, so that we know their strengths, and if you feed them, you can get in danger pretty quickly, and it's a derby match. It's a home game. It's a New Zealand Conference game, so anything can happen. So with full respect to them, and we know what they can do, and they can make progress pretty quickly on Saturday night if we let them. So we're respecting them with our prep.
On that note, is there a big focus on a fast start this week?
We want to have a strong start. I think it's important, like I mentioned earlier, that the errors that we made and the turnovers and the kicking structure that we used wasn't probably quite right, and we adapted, and everyone wants to start better than we did. 21-0 is not a great start, but the finish that matters. Yeah.
What's your update on that role Dag raises?
Look, Dag is, he could have probably ran out on Saturday night, but we've just, with the nature of his injury and where he's been, we've just given him one more week. You saw him training well today. He's rehab great. He's in good nick, and we've got a lot of outside backs on form, so there's a few tough decisions to be made in the next few weeks.
Just also is probably a slightly left field call, but probably worth consideration. Jeremy Paul, who used to play for the Wallabies, sort of mentioned your name as potential to coach the Wallabies down the track. Would that be something that ever interest you, or
Oh, look, it's flattering. Look, it's really flattering to someone to talk to about at that level. But I've got another year in my contract with the Crusaders after this, and look, I love what I do here, and international opportunities will come a lot of time. Look, I'd love to coach at the international level, but there's no rush in this coaching game, and you never know what's going to happen one day.
Yeah. Just on the Blues, Razor, just with your playing career, I mean, you were there when it was you and the Blues sort of vying for the top spot. Do you actually need to revisit history to remind these young guys how tough it can be against the old foe?
Yes, you have to. It's really part of what I do with my mindset with the team is to know where you're going. You've got to know where you come from, and history is really critical for making sure that the boys understand what games have been and how tough they are and how passionate both teams are. So we've reflected on the good and bad, and in the moments at, up in Eden Park and down here at Lancaster Park. So history has been covered.
Yeah. Do you need to do that through video footage or just old war stories? How do you actually go?
Look, no old war stories. I love a video. I love telling stories through pictures and music and stuff. So look, it's usually put something through together just to entice a few emotions and just show what history has gone by and how tough these games are and how important they are to both squads, and they have to continue to be that if you're going to be successful.
Is it sort of in your mind from your playing days? Do you sort of think of them as
Oh, look, Eden Park it's had so much history and so much amazing footy being played on it, and you've got to go and enjoy that and add our part to it that we've had before as a group, and enjoy playing up there. But like I said before, be respectful in the preparation and going into it.
Razor, just George Bridge, you've asked a lot of him in terms of workload over the past 2 seasons. Great under the high ball, he's getting the tries, had a look in with the Barbarians at the end of last year. Is he a guy that, in your view, has he still got a wee way to go, or is he somebody that should be considered further up the food chain?
He's a player that can play international football. We know that because of that Barbarians game. He performed over there, and international players are consistent week in, week out, and that's what George is. He's great both sides of the ball. He scores tries. As you see, the fundamentals are under the high ball are incredible, and he can play wing fullback, and he's a left footer. So he's got everything he needs to be an international player. He's got a few players just going pretty good in our country as well. So look, I think in the near future he'll be wearing a black jersey. That's what I believe.
Just one more on Leon. Tana and Leon coached with you at the under-20s. What strengths do you think come from that combination?
Look, we had a great combination. Obviously myself, Tana, and Leon won the Junior World Cup, and so we know each other pretty well from our playing days, and Leon be a good balance for Tana to a good sounding ball, and with his experience that'll bring him.